Well, we're definitely thrilled that you're here with us. So again, welcome to Game Over. Charles J. Orlando.
Lisa Stedman.
And we're very glad. So let's tell you a little bit about us and what we're doing here. Firstly, there's lots of ways to watch this show. You can get to it by visiting facebook.com/theproblem-is-men. There's a tab there that you can click on that says Game Over TV. You can also go to thegameovershow.com. That has live streaming and live chat, and we'll be interacting with you right here as the days go on, because this is a daily show, daily live.
Monday through Friday, people.
Right. Well,
that means I have to do hair and makeup every day now.
Sorry. Well, you still have bunny slippers. Well, kind of. Cheetah slippers?
I have heels on.
And we want your feedback, so you can reach us at
thegameovershow@gmail.com.
Right. And we will definitely
and you
be
can
taking
also
questions.
find us on social. We're pretty much there 24/7.
We're pretty much there.
Yeah.
So why did we start this show?
Why did we, Charles?
Well, I don't know. So it's been a hell of a ride, and there's been a number of people who have gotten in touch with both of us. You give out live advice all the time. You're two best-selling authors. You're relationship experts. You guys should really do a show. And that's what we were told separately.
Yes.
But we started collaborating on a variety of projects, and now here we are.
And a lot of people said once they saw us on video with the Your Tango shoot, or they've seen us at Woohoo Weekend, you guys need to do something together. And we've been talking about this for a while.
Right.
So this has been actually, I think we met like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, about.
So this is kind of like a dream day. We're putting our Dream Plus Do together. I'm so excited, and I wouldn't want to partner with anybody else on this because he's like the male version of me and has other parts. Well,
right. I have an outie, not an innie. Otherwise, we'd be kind of one and the same. So.
I may have a little more facial hair than you, though.
That is very true. But we appreciate that she waxes. So we are answering live advice on the show. In the days that come, in the days that follow, we will be doing live call-in as well. 20-minute show offered daily for you. You asked for it, you got it.
Whoop, whoop, not
We're
Toyota.
both here. Relationship expert, breakup expert, and we have all your answers. But we are going to be covering a variety of other topics as well.
Tell us about that, Charles.
Well, there's all kinds of different things that are brought in, right? So some people ask for advice, but we definitely have our own brand of advice that we bring on a constant basis. So we're going to be tackling some of those subject matters here. In fact, why don't we just start?
I think we got to dive in. So there are no accidents that our first topic is going to be: can men and women really be friends? Right?
Right. I think this is an important topic.
An important topic. A lot of people are a little confused because I call Charles my work husband, and I do have a house husband, a real husband. So I think, and a lot of people wonder what the deal is. So let's talk about if men and women can be friends, because I think we actually have different opinions.
Well, we really do. So
I'm actually kind of mad at it right now.
Go ahead. Why don't you start? Explain to these fine people.
I think men and women can be friends. I really do. And I think it's about setting appropriate boundaries. And I think it's also about creating a relationship with the opposite sex. Like, I'm married, but I have male friends. And I know my male friends, and they're awesome. And I also know that I don't want to sleep with them. So, like, it's really cut and dry for me. But...
I'm sorry, what? Go ahead.
So this makes me mad because you actually said earlier that men and women can't be friends, which tells me that we are not friends, and that pisses me off.
No, it's not that. It's no. So I'm saying that men and women cannot be best friends. Because I have a lot of people. I did an article about 2 years ago that went into Redbook, and it was about how men and women can't be friends. When Harry Met Sally is kind of
that's the perfect example, and I've done that scene and don't recommend it.
Well, and it doesn't work.
No, because then the friendship gets effed. And I'm not dropping F-bombs today, Mom. I'm really trying. I'm really trying.
I'll get her.
But
I'll get her to do it.
Right? Shh. Okay.
I'll get her to do it. No, but men and women cannot be best friends like that. Now, we have a business relationship, right?
So but I also think we're friends.
We are, but if you were to have a fight with your husband, would you call me?
No.
Would you go drinking with me?
No.
Would we go to Tahoe together just to hang out?
No, but we have been to Tahoe together.
Well, yes, as part of a group function. But that's my point. But that's my point, right?
Okay.
So there's always this underlying kind of current of sexual tension between men and women that's primal. Like, you can't get away from that.
So are you saying that men and women, like let's say two people who, so you're saying best friends. So you're saying that you can be friendly with women, you can have women friends. It's just not your go-to person. They're definitely not your drinking buddy. I totally get that because I become a total slut after about 2.5 drinks, and I know that about myself.
I wouldn't know, right?
I know that about myself, so I don't drink around men other than my husband. My husband's very lucky. I'm a cheap date.
Right, 2 shots to trollop. That's
if we're talking shots, it's only 1.
But that's kind of my point, right? Like, there's all these men and women who have written in saying, "Oh no, we've got it nailed," and it's always from the woman, right?
Each other.
Right? It's always from the woman, where they're like, "No, I have tons of guy friends." Here's the deal: take your guy friend to the bar and have one too many drinks, and let's see if he just stays a friend as you bump his leg a little bit, just a little bit.
I get that. So when alcohol's involved, men and women can't be friends.
Oh, so no, there's a qualifier, right?
I think there is, because I know myself, which is why I don't drink around.
I'm typing it up. I'm typing it up. Go ahead. Keep going with your speech here.
Fine. I think men and women can be friends as long as you draw the right boundaries and you don't drink around each other. Oh man.
No,
Hi, honey, if you're watching.
I don't see it that way. Let's see what everybody else has to say.
What are you doing, Charles? Are you in the social stream?
Yes, I am. So I am typing on Facebook and Twitter. There is a social stream for this show, and we are paying very close attention to it. You have a question, you have a comment, give it to us. Let us know. And I'm pulling up.
Oh, right. April Klein is here.
Hi, April. So whose couch is that? This is the set. This is the Game Over set.
It used to belong to Living Spaces. Now it belongs on the Game Over studio. And Charles got his fluffy pillows that he loves so
where's
much.
Tara out there? Tara, if you're watching.
Kennedy Klein, these are for you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for checking out our set, and thanks for tuning in, April.
See, but the whole, back to our original subject matter, in my, just to conclude, there's no way that men and women can be best friends like that. Now, I say no way as an absolute, right? So, any Star Wars fans out there, I'm not a Sith, right? There are no absolutes. However...
Oh, you brought up Star Wars. That just brings up bad memories of being a...
Well, even Luke and Leia weren't friends anymore, and they were brother and sister doing the incest thing, right? Like,
well, they never hooked up.
Well, no, but they would have.
He leaned back with his... We like bad boys.
He leaned back with his arms behind his head after she kissed him, right? It was on. That was not Cloud City. That was Erection City. Stop it.
It's all about Han Solo. Come on. We like our bad boys.
Right. Well, we're going to talk about that
tomorrow.
Going to talk about that. Tomorrow we're going to talk about bad boys. But no, men and women cannot be best friends like that. Acquaintances, yes.
Okay.
Business partners, yes. Acquaintances, totally. But the go-to person as part of your be-all, end-all life, I'm not there.
Got it.
But,
okay, fair enough.
No, you
we agree to disagree.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. We do, and that's rare.
That is very rare.
We usually pretty much agree on everything, so I'm glad we're starting with a topic that is actually a little spicy for us.
No, spicy's coming later this week. Thursday, we're going to be talking about porn and if it's any good for your relationship. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about bad boys. But right now, we're going to kind of pay some bills.
We got to keep the lights on because there are a lot of lights in this studio.
And this is really short, right? So we're tramping ourselves out for really good causes, by the way.
We love our causes. We love to tramp for our good causes.
And as I said, there's lots of places to watch this show. One of the things that people are doing on my personal page at the moment at Facebook.com/CharlesJOrlando.
Hurry and friend him, but he can't approve it right now.
Well, right.
He's kind of busy.
But you are able to get a backstage pass to Game Over. So nice. We are using Broadcast for Friends, which is also part of the Ustream network. And you get to see a backstage pass. Like when I cut to a commercial here for just a moment, you'll be able to stay with us. And we're going to talk to you about, do we have some notes on this incredible company? I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, me neither, but they're freaking awesome. No, actually, we know these people very well. YourTango.com. So we're going to be talking about YourTango.com. Tips on everything love, from how to enjoy sex, S-E-X, hello.
Wow.
To how to get over your cheating ex-husband.
Wait, what is that again? Say it again. And sex is great, and it's even better with a partner. Yes.
You wouldn't know, Charles, but trust me on
I wouldn't know a partner?
You wouldn't know if it's better with a partner.
Everybody's got a cross to bear. I'm somebody's cross.
So, Your Tango.
Your Tango. Check them out at YourTango.com. Yes, we are experts, full disclosure.
And we actually met on a Your Tango video shoot. So we love Your Tango, and it's a great resource.
Absolutely.
For all your love advice.
All right. This next segment, for the rest of the show, is the Game Over segment.
Yeah.
Lisa gets tons of requests for advice. I get another ton, and you can reach us at facebook.com/theproblemismen. And I'll have these scrolling by the screen very soon over the next couple of days. Again, first broadcast.
Technical.
Right.
We're working it all
out. We're working it all
You're here. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. And that's a really good point. Like, without you, there is no us. So
well, we would exist. We'd be broadcasting for the hell of it.
But I talk to myself a lot anyway.
I know. I hear you all. Like, it's pretty bad. He talks to himself all the time, whether anyone's listening.
If you have a question, you can reach us at thegameovershow@gmail.com or go to facebook.com/theproblemismen. Hit the message button, right into us. Lisa.
This show goes so flippin' fast. So Jade wrote in and said, I can't seem to find a man who just doesn't want to use me for one thing, and they never turn out as nice as they seem.
What thing is that?
So I'm guessing that one thing is shoe shopping.
Right. Well, that's what I would think.
I know, right? No, so I'm guessing that one thing is sex. And I gotta say, there's a lot of questions I have for Jade. Where are you meeting these men? But I think the main thing I want to know is how soon is she jumping into bed with these men?
Right.
Because you can't really catapult your emotional intimacy past your physical intimacy. So if you jump in too soon, you can't go backwards.
Sure, and there's lots of people who meet people on a dating site, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it tends to create this atmosphere where love is so real, and a lot of people are very desperate, unfortunately, so they end up ignoring red flags. Well, sure we do, but you can't
But the idea of this could be the perfect person.
But you can't shortchange the relationship, process, right?
No,
I mean, there's
can't.
visual clues, and people reveal themselves over time. That's why, you get a woman or a man who jumps into bed with somebody too quickly. And three dates later, he's just not that into you. Well, that's because on date number 1, he was about 6.5 inches into you, which is why he's not anymore. So it's
ladies, we can always hope for more than that, right?
Well, some men are hung like a horsefly. Like, what do you want? I can't help that.
So you hung horsefly. I don't know why that's making me laugh, but it is. So I think the main thing here is sometimes it's really challenging, especially when you meet somebody online, because a lot of times you prolong that process and you're emailing and you're texting, and maybe you're lucky if you're calling. So you create this idea of who the person is without really knowing them. And then when you meet them, you think you know them.
Right.
Then you jump into bed, and then you realize, I don't know this person at all.
Well, sure, because it goes really quickly. You end up in an email inbox session on eHarmony or Match, and then you instantly take that to email, and then you take that to a phone call, like sometimes the same night. And then all of a sudden you're having drinks in 24 hours, and then you're cleaning up with a washcloth the day after that. Like, what are you doing? It's
wet naps, right? Whatever works for you.
Will you please go to the next question? Bottom line is, let people reveal themselves over time.
And take the intimacy slowly. We all have hormones, and I totally get that. Hi, I get that. But we need to take it slower because we can't shortchange the intimacy that evolves over time.
No,
all right,
next
question, Charles.
All right, what do we have here? So we have, how do you know if you're getting played? I have trust issues. My dad cheated on my mother. I've never really looked at guys the same since. This is from Steph. Hi, Steph. Thanks for writing in.
Hi, Steph.
But I've recently started seeing this guy. He was amazing and perfect. But, how can I trust him? So there's a couple things in there, right?
Well, nobody's perfect, first of all, so watch your language.
Right, just save that, absolutely. So how do you know if you're getting played? Well, the surest sign a woman's getting played is that she starts making excuses and settling for second best.
Yeah.
The fact that you're writing in and saying that you have trust issues is a great thing, but you're also probably seeing some red flags out of it. I don't know. What I'd be suggesting is you need to get through your past before you can get to your present. Right, so if you
don't be projecting your past stuff on the future guy or the present guy
right.
or whoever you're dating, because that's not real. You're creating a story that's not even real, and then you can really screw up your chances. And I used to do this all the time. I was so hung up on my ex that I'd be like, "You're great. Oh my God, you're not my ex." And they would run. Gee, I wondered why they ran.
Well, sure, right, exactly. And this note is really what is so important from a lot of different women, where you end up leaving the right guy in the friend zone because you said yourself, I kind of have trust issues, which means you don't trust anybody, right? Like, we can just be honest with each other. we can just be honest, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have trust issues like that and you don't acknowledge them and work through them, to your point, you're just going to project them on everybody. So, my suggestion: get into why you're not trusting him.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, and we're going to run out of time, but I really want to address the belief system that's at play here, because our beliefs match our reality. So if you're walking around saying no men are trustworthy, then guess who's going to show up? Guys who aren't trustworthy. If you're walking around going, there are no good men left, you're only going to notice the guys who cut you off in traffic or won't let you in front of them in the grocery store line, even though you only have a bottle of wine and Malamars. I get it, I've been there.
Oh my God, that was like straight out of a script.
But here's the deal, like, you can change that belief system and that will change your reality, but you got to be willing to say, I believe there are good men out there. I believe I'm not going to get played. So that when the player comes up, you're like, I'm so not interested because I don't believe that you match what I want.
Absolutely. And there are great men out there, right? So all the guys who send me hate mail, like, please save it, man. Maybe you're one of the good ones, but I'm writing about bad men that make good men bad, that make good men look bad. So save your hate mail. There are great men out there.
There are great men out there.
So yeah.
And they're not all taken.
No.
You know, like, so often women look at their friends' husbands and go, oh, but he's taken. He was the last perfect guy. And I say to all my girlfriends, when my husband was on the market, you wouldn't have given him the time of day. Shame on you. Thank God that I was willing to say, you know what, this is a great guy, and I'm going to give him a chance. And I'm so glad I did, but I had to change my beliefs about what was possible. So our belief system is a huge barrier when we're dating.
Well, and I mean, there's so many women who end up, and I know we're talking about this a little bit later on in the week, but there's so many women who say, my relationships suck. All the guys that I've dated are terrible. You haven't had 10 bad relationships, okay?
I love this, yeah.
You've had one bad relationship 10 times.
Can you repeat that? That's so important.
You haven't had 10 bad relationships. You've had one 10 times. Same guy over and over and over again for a couple of reasons. It's very familiar, right? You already know exactly how that's going to run. So it's not really a surprise. And is it terrible, and is it chaotic, and is it drama-filled?
Does it suck?
And do you end up, crying in the middle of the night maybe? I mean, you're not getting your needs met? Sure, all those things are definitely possible.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, like, you're creating your own chaos. So,
and if it doesn't work for you and you stick around and it works for them, nothing's going to change in that scenario, right? So you're dating some guy, it's not working for you, you're crying every night after he leaves, and, he won't stay over, he just, F's and runs.
What do you mean?
I know, right? So, if it's working for him and it's not working for you, have the conversation, and you have a choice at that point. I'm going to stick around and settle for so-so or shitty, or I'm going to suck up my self-esteem and walk away and say, this doesn't work for me anymore.
Absolutely.
And that's a really hard thing to do, but that sets the scene for relationship success in the future.
If you have a question, please write into us at thegameovershow@gmail.com or visit my fan page at facebook.com/theproblemismen. This has been the first show of Game Over.
Fast.
I was instant. Oh, that's what she said, right?
I'm having so much fun. Bye.
We'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm Charles J. Orlando.
I'm Lisa Stedman.
And we will see you online.